Okay, here's day 2. I was going to work on the wiring for the trailer. So I've got the boat licensed and I want to start on getting the trailer licensed. To do that I need to redo the lights. So I've got all of that, the lights, but it was, not that big a job. But to take these rear lights off, I need to undo a screw in these little holes here. And for that, I need a deep socket to get over the thread into the nut. I didn't have any, there's just none available in Kununurra. So anyway, I'm getting some sent up. Once those are here, I'll be able to complete the work. During the week, I had a little bit of a look at the engines. So I think I had a look at the fuel tanks, and they're actually 3/4 full. So they're not leaking. I think, well, the fuel has just gone stale. It's all yellow. So I'm going to have to pump those out. So I'm going to have to fill them up with water anyway, just to do a pressure test. And I want to whack an inspection port and a fuel resistor. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of the damn things, on each tank. So, I have to fill them up with water to cut holes in. I also tried to do a compression test on the engines, and I just connected a nut, a socket to the top. But on the battery operated drill I've got, I just couldn't get enough pressure on there. So they were testing equally across all 4 cylinders at 50. But in order to get a full proper pressure test, I've got to be able to hook the engines up to power and turn them over. So I could short the starter, but I've got no keys for the ignition. It's like, well, I might as well just get the ignition and the ignition switches and the key. There's no one in town that can do a key for me, and it was like $70 each for a full ignition barrel. Anyway, they've got a choke on them. I was having a look at. So they have this little solenoid primer, so that your actual fuel pump is over here. So this little it's like a automatic choke, solenoid choke. So when you push the key, you actually push the key over there. You actually push the key in before you turn it, and the solenoid just squirts a little fuel into here. So what I found when I pulled that throttle body off, number one, neither of the keys had the little face nut on the front, so they're just really loose in there. So you wouldn't have been able to get the solenoid to kick off anyway. And when I checked this ignition, the earth wire was actually just broken, probably because I've been pushing it in and out, I don't know, but it was broken. So this just wasn't going to turn over. Now he did say one of the engines wouldn't start, and he thought it was the starter, which is fine. I mean, you can pull them apart and check the bushes. But at the moment, my money's on it just wasn't going to go anywhere with the earth not working. So another thing, of course, is you had all of this apart, so the solenoid's out of there, which wouldn't have worked, because if you're trying to push that in, it isn't going to go anywhere. But somewhere along the line, one of these little spigots was broken off. So I think it's about $50 for this faceplate kit, and the O-ring's probably busted in here anyway, so I'll just order those and replace it on the other. She's an old boat, so it's probably leaky. So I'm waiting for the ignition switches to turn up. Hopefully I managed to get those in Australia, so hopefully they'll be here within a fortnight. These Kununurra things get here when they get here, and I'll go and order these up. They're fairly standard part. Probably see if the solenoids kick over, but I need a battery for that. So yeah, order of events. Anyway, so that's left me at a little bit of a loose end, so I'm going to get back into here and start sanding off these edges and tidying up the inside of the boat. Start getting that ready. I just need to do the job. So I've got, we'll roll these down, I've got long sleeves and long pants on, because last time I did it in shorts and a t-shirt and just was itchy for 2 or 3 days from the fiberglass residue, and I don't want that again. So I'll load up with tools and get into it. I'm getting absolutely destroyed by dust while I'm grinding on the inside of the boat. Just a bit choking in there. So I'll just get this fan. I've got to, when I finish the grinding, I've got to do fiberglass as well. So hopefully this will try and keep the dust down. You can see that's what's going in my lungs as well, and my eyes. So yep, I'll set this up and hopefully I can just keep going after that. Okay, the mission for today has been completed. So I've ground off this lip all the way around and got rid of all the daggy bits. What I need to do now is clean. I've burned out all the major dust, but I need to take it over to the car wash and clean it out properly, and I can't do that until the trailer's licensed. Once I do that, then I can get some heavy grip and start to scour the surface in prep for fiberglass. But in the meantime, the things I still need to do, I get the ignition for the throttle bodies. I'm waiting for those to turn up in the post. Put an inspection patch on the fuel tanks. So I'll probably go and have a look at those. So really now it's just a matter of waiting for parts to turn up.